Hello, it's finally time. BDM is here. Black Desert Mobile has been launched on iOS and Android. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. As you can see, I already have it autoing on Bluestacks, and I'm going to show you guys how to get started, how to play BDM on PC. And you're probably thinking, oh god, Koopa, it's going to be so complicated. I don't want to. I'm so lazy. Okay, stop. Go to your browser, bluestacks.com. It's going to be in the YouTube description. You go there, it takes you to this page, and then there's this big green button in the middle. Click it, it downloads, it installs, go through the process, and look, it's even going to show you Black Desert Mobile now available. Once you get it installed, you're going to see the little icon, click it on your PC, and you're going to open, and you're going to get your first Bluestacks account set up. Once you get the app actually opened up and initially set up, you're going to be able to get all of your favorite Android apps, or any game basically that you can find on the App Store, and you're going to be able to save them, and they're going to be able to be used on BlueStacks kind of whenever you'd like. I personally have a bunch, not only just BDM that I actively play when I'm at home. I'm always using BlueStacks to play these games, and I'm not just saying that, like, it is so much easier, especially with some really cool new technology that they implemented. We're going to go into that first. I'm actually going to show you guys the new instance manager from BlueStacks, which I just learned about like as I'm making this video. So if you click in the top right here on the little bars, you're going to see sync operations. So you'll click that, you're going to launch the instance manager, and you see these different instances of BlueStacks that I have here. I can simultaneously run multiple versions of BlueStacks, so we can play a lot of different games at once. Because if you're anything like me, I don't just play BDM. I play Summoner's War. I play AFK Arena. You can see that next to the BDM logo. I've played these other games. I'm always trying new games because it's like every week there's a new crazy app that's being promoted on the App Store, and it's like I have to try it. So if I redo this, I started up, I launched the instance manager. Let's go ahead and start my BlueStacks 2. I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this a little bit smaller so we can kind of get all these running at the same time. And I'm going to make this one smaller as well. See, I'm going to try and get this to give you guys the full presentation. I'm going to start this third one. And if you're wondering how I did this initially, when you create a new instance, so here in the tab in your instance manager, you can actually clone from your existing one, so you don't have to reinstall your apps on every single version of the BlueStacks you're running. So make sure you're cloning, and then you can launch a new instance. And to do this, you actually have to have your BlueStacks closed after you have the instance manager open. So it's fairly easy to get set up. If I can figure it out within less than 5 minutes, so can you, trust me. So now that you have all these different versions of BlueStacks, like, why would I do this? This looks like a mess. Let me show you. Ta-da! Look, I have all my games running simultaneously. Not only do I have BDM, but I also have AFK Arena and Summoner's War. They're all playing from my computer. It's like the craziest thing. Oh, it's so cool. Like, it's not like destroying my computer either. Like, it's running very efficiently. And so if I go back to my BlueStacks instance manager, you can see I've got all three open. They're all running. And like, I could be running any 3 different games if I wanted to, and I could still run more instances. Like, I could still play more games at once if I wanted to. So you saw this was off to the side. It's on my one of 3 monitors, so I could have a game going over here, a game going in the center, a game going on this one. I got 3 games going on the center monitor. I got like my own command center of mobile games. So I encourage you guys to take use of that if you are playing multiple mobile games in your life and you don't necessarily always want to be on your phone. I use my phone for all the communications these days. Like, I'm really trying not to play a lot of games on my phone unless I'm out and about to save my battery. But when I'm out, yeah, I'm playing games. But if I'm home, I try to prevent that. So this is a great solution for those that want to play a whole bunch of games while you're still home and you're not falling behind on all the, dailies and all that kind of stuff that you want to do. Anyways, let's get further into the game of the week, the game of the year, Black Desert Mobile. All right, so I mean, you can see my Valkyrie here. That's the class I chose to play. It's just kind of autoing right now. I've been playing a ton ever since the game first came out. I kind of wanted to give you guys a BlueStacks perspective. You might be wondering, Josh, Koopa, I'm playing on my tablet right now and everything's fine. I'm playing on my phone and it's fine. Like, really, why do I want to play on BlueStacks? Let me turn the auto off. Let me just like run around in the game. let me see how I'm just running around with AWSD. I'm using my mouse. You know, I'm actually moving through these enemies. I can see further into the distance. It's a different perspective in experiencing this game that you really can't do on a mobile device. And this is just something that you have to try for yourself. Like I've played this game a ton on my phone. It's great. I think it's beautiful on a mobile device, whether it's a tablet, a Pro, or a phone. But to really have this type of experience where, you know, you're running around with AWSD, and I just feel like I can navigate the world a little bit better. And it's more of an immersive experience, and I'm not just exaggerating that. So, you know, we're still really new to, like, you know, what is it going to be like to play an MMO on mobile, you know, compared to, like, you know, let's say World of Warcraft on the PC. Is this going to be the next WoW? No, nothing can really replace a game like that or be exactly the same. But this is pretty close. Like this is as close as I think we've ever gotten for an MMO that's available on mobile specifically, to where it's actually feels like, you know, it's like a actual MMO RPG that you can immerse yourself into. So try it out. Give it a try, and it runs everything very smoothly. There was one crash I had, like when the thing first came out. Bluestacks initially they immediately came out with a brand new version of it. The team for Bluestacks has been really excited about Black Desert going to mobile, because they just know how many people would rather play this game through an emulator, and they've came out with a lot of different versions that are optimized for BDM. So you're getting some of the latest software out there with an amazing product to support this game specifically, but also other games. Like when you're launching BlueStacks with all these other games, you know, if you go into the settings in BlueStacks, if you've ever messed around with it, I know some of you have, it's kind of intimidating figuring out what is the best settings for me to run with this game. One of the latest changes they made to the product is that when you open the game, they all come with like these presets. They have all the presets for the keybinds. They have the presets for the settings themselves, so you don't have to try and figure out, okay, how am I supposed to set this up, because I'm not exactly sure what the best settings are for my computer. It does that for you now, and so there's gonna be no question on, you know, whether or not you need to have certain things turned on or not. So here is my 44 Valkyrie at the character selection screen. So we've got a bunch of new characters. I just kind of want to show you guys all the different characters and what it's like for creating, like, what is creating your first character on BDM like? What is this game? Yeah, sure, you've told me about BlueStacks, but now sell me on this game. For me personally, I have a really big history with the Black Desert franchise. I played Black Desert Online, the PC game, for years. Countless hours invested into it. BDO or BDM, you know, it's a really grindy game. It's full of like RNG, it's full of excitement, but more importantly, it's the depth, the scope of which all the things you can do in the game, whether it's like combat, PvP, PvE. There's just so much you can do into these games, and I feel like the character creation screen kind of encapsulates that. It kind of like prepares you for that. You know, this is not just like one of those games where you create a character and you pick from like one or two presets. Granted, there are presets here, but then that's it. You know, it's like, I want to be a male or a female. No, it's like, okay, I want to be this class. But then, okay, kind of like this preset. Well, let's get into it. Well, let's actually customize the character. So you have different styles, you have different skin colors, you have all these different colors that you can use to customize what your character will look like. You have something called skin luster that changes the actual shading. You can actually change every little bit of the face, whether it's like the nose or the eyes or the lips or the eyebrows. Like every little bit of your character is completely customizable, from the height of the eyebrows to the actual height of the character. Like you can make your character however you want. So this is just, you've never really probably played a mobile game where there's this much character customization going on, let alone a PC game like this. The BDM has more customization options than a lot of PC MMOs, and to me that's a huge step for the game to set itself apart from the other games that are currently in the industry. So the plan for this video is to kind of go over some of the things that are going on in BDL and what it's like to experience them on Bluestacks. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a separate video that's our ultimate strategy guide that goes into everything more in depth. There's a ton of things I want to tell you guys about this game, the ways that you should play it, some tips and tricks, some things that I didn't even know about until I talked with some other people, and they're things that I know they can help you. I've done this with a lot of other games. When these games come out, they throw a lot at you. You may open up these menus and you may not know what's a waste of time, what's worth your time, what are things you need to be aware of. We're going to go over all of that in a separate video, but this is just going to be kind of like a brief overview to kind of give you a preview of what's going on in BDM. So one of the first things while you're grinding, you always have the option to go into your camp. This is like a pretty cool Clash of Clans style feature that they have. They even have it labeled as a town hall, which I think is phenomenal. But this is like your base, right? Like you have all these different structures that you can level up, and they're all about providing you with passive income. So I have all these different workers that are doing tasks that I tell them to do, and they're gathering things in the world or upgrading structures. You even have something as simple as a garden that you manage, that you plant for your crops, and these crops, the food is used to feed the workers that the workers are used to go gather. So you're constantly balancing these resources that you have in your base. There's a lot of like interactive things that you can do too, like if you're checking it more so often, like over time. This refinery, it's kind of like an example of that. It produces these blackstones, which are used for enhancing armor and weapons. So you constantly have to every couple hours or so, you have to go into your refinery. You can expand the space of your camp. It ends up being a ton of different structures that you can have. So this is just one feature of it, but like your character can run around in it. This is like where you actually have like your bank, your storage, which is also upgradable. So I've been keeping some things in here that I know are like kind of like a rare thing or something that I can't use at the moment, like this rare piece of gear. I can't equip it yet, but eventually I can, so I'm just keeping it in my storage for now. So this is the camp. This is the camp content. It kind of gives you a brief overview of what else you can do here too. Anything from managing your mounts, collecting your daily silver per day, a node manager, which isn't out yet. The node manager is something where you have all these different nodes throughout the world, and then you can assign workers there to gather. Right now there's kind of like a world gathering system where you can assign your workers to go gather certain resources that you need, which I use. You can set all your workers to go gather the stone for 4 hours, and I can only have 5 workers on that one, and I need wood as well, so I'm going to select these workers and they're going to go gather this for a little bit. And you can kind of see what you need when you need more of a resource. If you want to try to, like, let's say the town hall is an example upgrade, see how the wood is in red. We need more wood. I already set my workers to go get it. They're going to handle it. They're going to take care of it. So that kind of gives you like a brief overview of the camp. There's a lot more to it, but we're not going to get into that for now. As far as the world map right now for unreleased, we have Balenos, Serendia, and the Calfian region. Later on, there's going to be other regions that are going to be introduced. There's like there's a ton. If you ever played the game on PC, it's huge. So they have a ton of content planned, a ton of content coming. If you want to look into the future and do some research, you can look into the KR versions of the game, and you will see kind of like get an idea of what's going on in the future of this game. So like right now I'm working through the Calfian region, but I've already worked through Balenos and Serendia. It's been pretty straightforward so far. It's been fun to kind of experience some of these things that I've already experienced in the PC version, and it's been really nostalgic because they have like the same music, very similar sound effects. Overall, it's been a very cool experience. So if you've played BDO and you're looking into playing BDM, I encourage you to try, because it's actually been really fun for me. So this game actually has a real life market in real time where you can actually place things that other players can buy. So that's pretty crazy. Not a lot of games have marketplaces that work that way. If you're familiar with an auction house from like World of Warcraft, or I mean, I guess any MMO where they have like, you know, an auction house, it's essentially the same thing. So that's a pretty cool feature that not a lot of games really have. You have, of course, your ranks between all the players. That they have rank for PvP, they have ranks for life skilling and CP, which is like your combat power. It's your overall strength. You're gonna have a lot of different tasks that you can do on a daily basis. You have pets that pick up your loot for you. Black Spirit, he's kind of like your companion. He's like your dude, right? He's the guy that like kind of gives you powers. He helps you enhance your gear. There's a lot of different ways to make improvements to your overall character in BDM compared to BDO. He provides you daily kill quests. Right now I have 3 different quests that each one has 800 monsters that I have to kill, but they have really good rewards. You have fusions, you have crystals. The enhancement process, I just want to get this out there because that was one of the biggest complaints about BDO is the enhancement process. For anyone that's ever played it, they know that the enhancement process is extremely brutal. Extremely brutal. So like right now I have a plus 18 weapon and it's a 6.6% chance of success. If I want to increase that, I can. Before you'd have to use mechanics such as fail stacking, which we're not going to get into, but I can use more or less of black stones. Like at any point I can enhance this and go for it, right? But I'm going to use all of these. It's going to be a really low percent chance of success, but we're going to do it anyways, just to kind of give you guys an example. So if I press enhance, we're not going to click skip. I've got a 15% chance of success. Please, please. And oh my gosh. It was successful. What? Are you serious? I was supposed to fail. Okay, that was a very bad. I mean, that was great. It's actually really good for me. That saved me a ton of resources. You don't even know. But what I really wanted to show you was this, I guess. So I guess I'll enhance this helm. I got a 22% chance. Okay, 35% chance. This is gonna fail. This will fail. Okay, good. Okay, so in BDO, if you failed enhancements like this, you'd go down a step. They don't have that in BDM. Oh, look, a world boss will appear in 10 minutes. They do have world bosses in BDM. All the players get together to kill them. So in case you were curious about that, I think Zark is going to be spawning soon. Huge dude. So yeah, like in BDM, the BDO, that was a really big problem. Was blowing up accessories, your gear going up and then all the way up to almost to pen, and you go back down to tet, then you go back down to try, then you go back down to duo, then you go back down to pry, and pry was your only safety net. It's not like that here. So if you've got PTSD about that, don't worry about the enhancement system. I've talked to a lot of different people. I've heard that the pay to win elements of BDM are less than they are in BDO. So I encourage you guys to try it out if you're fans of the franchise and you're on the fence about it, you're thinking about it. Well, I encourage, do it, man. Just do it. Just download it, try it, and let me know what you think. But yeah, no, this game's been a blast. I've been having a really good time with it. I've been playing it even sometimes more than I should, but I'm in class. It's really nice. One of the coolest things. I'm going to show you guys a couple things, only because I really want those that are watching this video to kind of like, I want you guys to know these couple things. There's a lot of advanced things I'm going to go over in the ultimate guide, which I will be releasing within 24 hours of this video being launched. So you see how I'm auto attacking right now? You see that, right? The little circle, this, yeah, you see that? Look. You can auto gather. You have any idea how convenient this is? I didn't know that existed until like yesterday. Yeah, auto gathering. It literally runs around and gathers and uses your energy. I don't know if I was like on my own on that one, or I swear I've never seen that hand there before. So maybe you have to be a certain level to unlock it. I need to make another character just to see if that hand has been there the whole time, because I didn't know. I didn't know you could auto gather. So make sure you take advantage of that if your energy is getting full. So that's one of my bigger tips to you. But one of the other things that I want to make it a point, some people like their auto AFK style gameplays with the game. Once you complete the second major boss, Gaiath, you're going to be, so if I go to boss rush, you'll see Gaiath. Like the first one you do is Red Nose. The second one, Gaiath. Once you complete this, one of the major features that it unlocks is the Black Spirit mode. If I go into Black Spirit mode, you have 3 options: auto gathering, auto fishing, auto hunting. Auto gathering you only really use if you have a lot of energy. Fishing, I'm not exactly sure how good it is. I think maybe when you get trading set up it's better, but as of right now, I think auto hunt is the best way to spend your AFK time, because they recently buffed the drop rates of what your character will find in the auto hunt mode. It's actually better than if you were AFKing in the actual game itself. you just have to have potions in your inventory to compensate for that buff. So with this, because I have Black Spirit Plus, I can literally grind for up to 6 hours AFK with this. My character is literally gonna grind stuff the entire time I sleep. It's either 6 hours or until your inventory reaches 200% capacity, which is a ton. And so check this out. Like, I'm gonna say yes, I want to do auto hunt. Confirm. Here it is. Now it's gonna. The app is legit gonna close itself. It just closes it. Straight up closes it. If you're doing it on your phone, like, you'll have the app open, it'll be running, and it's like a hard closes. Like, you're out of it. It's like your character literally just kicks you off your device, and it's like, all right, hold my beer. I'm going for it. So I know we covered a lot in this video. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, concerns, or if you just want to simply say, thank you, Koopa, for showing me Bluestacks. My gaming experience at home has never been better. Multi-instancing, you need to use it. You need to check it out. The Bluestacks Multi-Instance Manager is your new best friend. Trust me, it definitely is going to help me out. Not even exaggerating. Some of the other things they've been working on, they've actually, Bluestacks recently introduced a macro recorder, so you can use that as well. I will provide links in the YouTube description for comments on these articles, since it is a little bit more advanced. And they also have operations in syncing these macros and merging them together. There's a lot going on in these in the Bluestacks app application in 2019, and it's only going to get crazier, and it's only going to get better in 2020 in the months to come. So check out BDM, download it, download the client, let me know what you think of both. We're going to be coming out with a BDM Ultimate Guide. I'm going to be working on that as well, so I can't wait to show you guys everything that I know within the game and to kind of give you that edge against other players that are in the world of BDM. But hope you guys had an amazing 2019, and thank you guys for all the support lately, and just in general. I know I haven't been doing a lot of YouTube lately, but this has been fun, and it's been fun getting a chance to come back to YouTube with Black Desert. It's been fun. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.